For the third time this indoor season, joined by GMAT Men's Track and Field Athlete of the Week from Cedarville, sophomore Daniel Michalski. Daniel, your strong indoor season continued at the NCCAA Championships this past weekend. Can you share a few thoughts from your performance this meet?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on again, Ben. I was glad to perform well in the mile and the 800 this weekend. I won the mile and placed third in the 800 for NCC All-American status. It was fun to get the win and to place in the 8, but I was hoping for a little bit faster in the mile. The plan didn't quite go as we wanted it to. Wyatt and I were going to share the work, my teammate Wyatt Hartman and I, but he got stuck in traffic kind of with some other guys, and I ended up having to lead it the whole way pretty much. And then the 800 was just a real pleasant surprise. I was actually in the second heat because I didn't have a fast enough time to be in the top heat. And out of the second heat, I ended up pressing well and taking it out all right in the second half of that race and still placed from the second heat.
Conference indoor meet is Saturday for the GMAT Championship. What does your training look like for this week, and do you scale it back a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not scaling it back a whole lot. Now that I know that I'm not qualifying in the mile for nationals, I'm really just kind of looking towards outdoors, and I've communicated with my coach, Paul Orchard, about that. And so my workout today actually is going to be geared a little more towards the 3K, which is the distance of the steeplechase, my outdoor personal best event. And I'll be running a 3K this Saturday. So I'll do a little longer workout today just to kind of get used to that pace, at least start moving that direction, but also continue to work on speed as I'm going to be doing a lot of other middle distance events in the outdoors too.
The team put up some conference best times again, like yours in the 800 mile. Then you have 400 of Josiah Bernard, 4x4, high jump, shot put. Talk a little bit about the progression you've been seeing week to week from the team this particular indoor season.
Yeah, so the various events, guys have been working hard all season, and sometimes they haven't quite seen the fruits of their labor quite yet. I know John Scouten, he's been working hard. It's just tough to adjust to the college weight because it's a lot bigger than in high school. Sam Tordzik, he's coming off an injury back in the summer. He had surgery and is still working towards where he wants to be, and I'm glad for him to get a conference best mark. And Joe Bernard, he's a real consistent guy. I know Army ROTC takes up a lot of his time, and sometimes that he doesn't get to train maybe as hard as he wants to for track. The 4x4, they've been pretty good all year. It's fun to see them to do well in that too. Myself, it's good to know that the work I've put in all season is coming to pay off here at the end, and as I'm peaking, and the results will come if you're faithful with the work you're putting in. So we're glad to see that and to lead the conference in several events like that.
Give us a little bit of a preview for what you'll do on Saturday morning for the GMAT Championship. For example, when you wake up, maybe your breakfast, team meeting, how you get yourself mentally ready, etc.
Man, that's a good question. So if I'm only running the 3K, which is what I'm planning on as far as right now, that's not until 4 p.m. about. So I've got all day to kind of worry about things. I know the meet starts in the morning, so I'll come over and watch some events in the morning. I'll have a solid breakfast of oatmeal just because it sits well in my stomach and I like it, and I keep it in my dorm. I'll go to lunch. I'll have an early lunch so that I have plenty of time between lunch and my race for it to settle and to go through and all. I don't like to have food in me before I'm racing because I made that mistake last year as a freshman and really paid for it badly at a cross-country meet. So one of the things I do to prepare mentally is just to spend some time alone thinking about the race. Because I do that plenty anyways. I think about the race and how I want it to go and my strategy and just preparing to hurt because middle and long distance running is really a challenge of who can hurt worse for longer,
Mm-hmm.
and really push their bodies. So I think about that and just prepare for that. But also I want to settle myself too. And part of the way I do that is just by reading God's word, and he speaks to me through the Bible too. And I surrender, my worries and my fears about the race or however that's going to go to him, and he blesses that, and it's a really cool thing.
Well, thanks for taking us a little bit behind the scenes of your Saturday morning. Looking forward to seeing your talents on display on Saturday, Daniel, and thanks again for your time.
Thanks, man.